All right. A lot of you guys have been asking me when I do my cooking videos. I always talk about I marinated it, and want to know how I marinate. So I do two different things when I marinate. I either do a dry rub marinade and put it in the refrigerator and just leave it, during the day or overnight, or I do a dry rub and leave it on there for a few hours, and then I'll add liquid to it. And that's what we're going to do here because we got a big old roast. We bought one of these cheap chuck roasts, and we split it in half. So we're going to make half in our can cooker tonight, and half we're going to make another day. So we'll set the other half that we're not going to do anything with. Let me put that in the bag. This one we're going to use today. You can use all different seasons. Today since I'm gonna marinate this, and my liquid's gonna be a whiskey and Worcestershire liquid. So we're gonna go with for our dry, we're gonna use a whiskey steak. This is stuff that Cabela sells. Cabela seasonings that they have are freaking amazing. They really are. So you want to get that in all the cracks, crevices. Just rub it down real good. Just like that. And we're just going to add some Lowry seasoned salt to the top. Pat it in, flip it over. A little more. You want to go easy on the seasoning salt, because otherwise you'll end up really with a salty thing. And then some Mrs. Dash. Push that all down in there. And then we're just going to put it in a bag. We're going to leave it sit just like this for a few hours in the refrigerator. And then I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to add my liquid marinade, and then I'm going to leave it sit out for a few hours. And we'll let that soak up some of that marinade. But I always try to do a dry rub first, especially on a big piece of meat. Just kind of gets that flavor in there before you add the liquid. Smaller piece of meat, you can go right ahead and add liquid right away. All right, it's about 2.5 hours before we're going to cook this chunk of cheap-ass meat up. So we're going to marinate it. And we're going to try something new. I'm not all about picking one marinade and sticking with it. I got some that I like and others that I just try to throw it together. And the other day we cooked that chicken and wine, and it was freaking amazing. So now we decided we're going to try some red meat, beef, and we're going to cook it in some whiskey or whatever. We got Southern Comfort here, so we're going to dump that in there. And if this don't work out, again, we're just going to eat corn and probably just get drunk off the liquid. Okay, we got some soy sauce. Just give this a couple little squirts. Don't overdo it with the soy sauce. Then we got the Worcestershire sauce. And we'll give that a good squirt. We're going to seal this up. These little Ziploc baggies work awesome for marinating, because you can squeeze most of the air out of it and then seal her up. And then you see that meat will stay right in there. And we're going to leave this sit out for about 2 hours here. We're just going to leave it sit out on the counter, and it'll really soak that all up. So if you're going to leave it any longer than 2 hours, if you're going to marinate it in the morning and then cook it at night, then put it in the refrigerator and then take it out for the last 2 hours. But 2 hours bringing it up to room temperature is going to be good. We're ready for our famous dump. This one we filled extra full, so we got 2 pans just in case, because we don't know how much room it's going to take. But, oh yeah, look at that. You can see it kind of settled down while it cooked. So that's a good thing. All right, here we go. The dump. Look at that whiskey steak. Oh, it's all going to fit in one. Pretty much. Whew. Glasses are fogged up. Oh, look at that. Let's break that baby apart. Oh, look at that. That is going to be, that's going to be so good. All right. There's enough there. We're probably going to eat off of that for at least 2, maybe 3 days. And it was really cheap. We probably got $10 or $12 in that whole meal right there. So that cooker just takes care of a big meal for cheap money. So let's eat. All right, we're ready to start cooking. We want to spray her down with Pam real good. And we decided that probably Monday's going to be a real busy day for us, so we're going to make a big meal so we can have leftovers. So we are going to jam-pack this thing full. First, we got our marinated chuck steak, round steak, cheap roast, whatever. And we're just going to dump that in there. It's been marinating in the whiskey and all of that. And we're going to use that marinade as part of our liquid. So we got that in there, get it centered. Then we're going to add a little bit more water. Because you want about 12 to 15 ounces of liquid in here to get it cooking. So we have that. Now we're going to put some of our potatoes in there. We just cut these yellow potatoes up in half. These yellow potatoes are really awesome in here. And then we're going to put the corn, because you know if this don't turn out, we're just going to get drunk and eat corn, because the corn always turns out. We're going to put that in there. Shush! And we're going to grab some of our, put our Lowry's in there. And this Mrs. Dash. I love Mrs. Dash. We're going to put that in there. Put the rest of the corn. We do 7 years for 3 of us, and it works out pretty good. So that's 2 for everybody and 3 for me. And then we're going to do cabbage. So we're going to put a bunch of cabbage in here tonight. And let me tell you guys, cabbage in this thing turns out freaking amazing. Then we're going to add some peppers cut up here, some sweet peppers. We got some onions, some more sweet peppers. Pack her down. And because this cooks with steam, the steam will get all the way through this. I have packed this thing full that you can barely get the lid on. And it'll cook it all. So there we go. Hold on. I got a little something here. We got a little more room in there. Let's add some carrots. A little more seasoning salt. A little more Mrs. Dash. Easy peasy, Japanesey. We're going to go throw it on the grill. We're going to get it steaming, and then we're going to let this steam, because it's so full, we're going to let it steam for about 40 to 45 minutes. So, and then we're going to break her open and eat, or we're going to break her open and get drunk.